Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod. Do you remember?
Of course I remember you. The one on the communicator.
We've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
The Sith?
Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit. But it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
Why is it so important to find this Bastila chick?
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
Let's see here. Bastila's the other, she could probably look after herself. How do you even know Bastila's still alive? Forget it, I'm not risking my life to save her. No, we'll choose this one. How can one person, even a Jedi, be so important?
Bastila is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies. Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. Often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. Of course there are limits to what she can do, but from what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she never had a chance to use her battle meditation. Like us, she barely got out alive.
So what do you suggest we do next?
Many of Darth Malak's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us, and if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
Well, do you have any idea where we should start looking for her?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
The sooner we start looking for Bastila, the sooner we will find her. Let's go.
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Thank you. Actually, right before this very long conversation, as I was tossing and turning in the bed here, I had a dream. Well, my character had a dream of a lady Jedi who was fighting, and that was Bastila, basically. You couldn't see it because Fraps don't record the videos, the movies, and I will have to tell what happens in them. And right before that, it just showed our escape pod ejecting from the starship. So you didn't really miss a lot. Thank you. I will also use this workbench to upgrade some of my items, lightsabers, swords, ranged weapons, and armor. For now we can only upgrade one thing, and that's our prototype vibroblade that I have equipped. And I will have this vibration cell, that will give us one more damage, one more physical damage. That's really useful. Let's start here. As you can see, I will use 2 swords. Well,
Yes,
we'll
what's
see
on your mind?
what more he has to say. I'd like to know
Me?
more about you.
Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than my share of wars. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before all this started. But with all that, I've never experienced anything like the slaughter these Sith animals can unleash. Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless. My homeworld was one of the first planets to fall to Malak's fleet. The Sith bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could do to stop them.
You're talking like it's your fault. Like you failed somehow.
It shouldn't be my fault. I did everything I could. I followed my
look at
orders and
other
did my
options.
duty. That shouldn't mean I failed them. I didn't.
Them? Do you mean the people of your homeworld? I'm not going to say I'm sorry, Karth. We mean to upset you. That seems just like not a good option. Also, we'll try to get more friends with this guy. I think it will give some extra abilities to him, or at least make him stronger or something. I think that's the case in the second game. I don't know if it's in this one too, but I will go for it.
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense, am I? You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
Well, I will, Karth. Let's get going to apartment complex. Every time you leave the apartment, you must select which party members you wish to take. Well, and since this is the first time, I only have Karth. So I will have to use him.
Right, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid.
Rabodan ni winkis nakdoma. Tukning nang kongkun na murira rabes. Wana kun bes. Jingda murira. Tonkingba nonkonek.
Took 3 shots to kill this guy.
That's
And
how
missed
we
2.
Sith deal with smart-mouthed aliens. Now the rest of you, get up against the wall before I lose my
Like point
temper
blank.
again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives! Attack!
Well, somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Tiska du sukiku ba na bona na kachu. Tuin kotu. Topa da bunkwalya gandona go chuchut. Kabachi kuita
I also
hodonga.
think I level up.
Yalamo inkatun. Jiloba mulirani bobo. Wango kumbeska gang. Ba mamarulira. Kuyami juskuna chitanai. Ina kun ba marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Rundi hodonga chihonkabi.
Won't someone come searching for this patrol? I'm just glad I could help. Stay out of my way or I'll kill you too. No. Won't someone come searching for this patrol?
Jawana bota ayu at tahonga chankanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bunkwalya gando do naga chutchut. Muksha papangpa pola wana chikne. Pamuli slemo poda wanga kun bes mulira rabes. Uba batu konchi. Tong nongbong shang nungyang. Tong patok smaktelia.
Well, thank you. This is actually kind of amazing that I have voice actors who make the voice for these alien characters, you know, do the alien languages and all that. It's really cool that they actually went that professional for it. I also have to tell you that we will play with a light and dark side meter here. I will probably go for mostly light, but I will also probably do some dark side things. They can be a bit fun, so I'll look into it. But I will probably play as light, because that's, yeah, I'm a nice guy. Now we could only level up our skills. Apparently feed is maybe in every other level, but skills will be for each. We get 5 points again, so I will put 1 in Persuade as always, and 1 more in Awareness. Security is really useful, so I'll put 2 extra in that one, and 1 extra in stealth, since we didn't even manage to sneak past a tutorial guard. Except, thank you. Let's see if there was something else here. We will loot this guy. Blast rifle, some grenades, poison grenades, some adrenals. Adrenals enhances some of your stats, makes you stronger, faster, better. Well, they can be useful if an enemy is really too strong. You feel like I can't really take him down at this level. Use some adrenal stimulants just to get stronger. Sorry guys, I get a call here. I will pause this recording for now. Sorry guys, now I'm back. Well, where were we? I don't remember what I talked about, but we will break into this apartment.
No problem. Got it.
Hello, Dia.
Who are you? What are you doing in here? You can't just come barging into someone's home.
Yes, I can. I'm sorry, I was just investigating the area.
That's no excuse. You can't just go around barging into people's apartments because you're curious. But at least you're more polite than that pig Holden.
Holden? Who is that?
Just one of Darvik's men who can't keep his hands to himself. But all he got for his trouble was a nasty scar from my vibroblade. Too bad I'm the one still paying the price.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already. Besides, I don't know if I can trust you.
Here you can see it says persuade. It's actually when my persuade points really matters. These options will only appear if I have enough persuade to engage in them. So I will go for it. I also think it gives extra XP if you use them. So it's really useful. Persuade. You can trust me. Maybe I can help.
Well, I suppose you seem like an all-right sort. When I
Well,
cut
I
Holden,
guess I
it
am.
made him back off, but it also embarrassed him in front of his friends. Holden's a spiteful little hut slug. He went and put out a bounty on my head for what I did. That's why I'm hiding out here.
I think I'll just collect the bounty on your head. I think that one will give you some dark side points. I won't do that, since I will play mostly a good guy, and I will only use the dark side points when I really feel that they are necessary. Is there anything I can do to help?
I doubt it. Holden is one of Darvik's men. When you work for the local crime lord, the authorities tend to turn a blind eye. I'm afraid this is between me and Holden now.
Maybe I can speak to Holden for you.
You could try, I guess. He usually hangs out at the
yes.
cantina in the lower city. It probably won't do any good. Holden's used to getting his own way. That's one of the fringe benefits of being a goon for Darvik. Working for the local crime lord lets you get away with things. Still, I appreciate the offer. I can't help you there. Since this thing with Holden, I've been scared to leave my apartment. I don't know anything about what's going on in the outside world anymore.
Okay. I'll be going now.
Goodbye and good luck. I hope you can talk some sense into Holden.
Got some journal updates. I got a mission to talk to Holden.
Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bongwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto dun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Wonga kumbisjang ba mulira.
Pleased to meet you, Loreen. My name is Shouzze.
Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching
really love this, the Twilight voice.
Nunotek.
Oh, sounds so sneaky.
Chatukune mulerabes.
What's so great about these energy shields?
Gratu loda pograshi oniu kompa chintomo muchuba. Loda dita kun. Ita patisa batua kachatutonga. Bagrasha kon tichaka Chubakaha chopa chawachish yunku. Jodo jidbungarantang. Takum justak miki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bolawana chikne. Pamule slimo podadada nanga kumbist mule rabes.
And I can tell you from experience that they aren't any good at all against a simple vibroblade. That's why the Republic has been training soldiers in hand-to-hand and melee combat.
Where did this technology come from?
Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bongualeo gondona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Bonga
Actually sounded like you said you're a little cunt.
Kakujustak Miki Grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbabank waleo ganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bolawana chikne. Bamule slimo podadada nanga kumbist. Mule rabes chi gratu loda bograshi onion
This guy
kompa
won't stop
chintono
talking.
muchuba.
It's like a real
Loda
salesman.
ita kun. Ita patisa batua kachatutong. Bagrasha kom tijaka Chubakaha chopa chawachuish yunku. Jodo jidbungarantang. Tolpa da bongwale gando nangugu chuchut. Kavadum ku pelio botenya. Bonanai kuchu. Hawaga boska chocola. Mucha shag panka.
I've heard enough about these shields.
Chikun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno pa mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Tong abog sha umninang. Wanga kumbis king balemuraya. Choni yon tunjiji ida dwana. Kavavol pa mulje gumana.
No, I really don't want to look what you got for sale or ask you anything.
Achuta. Wonga kunbis dolpi kikuyana. Dong patugas maktelia.
Thank you, Larine. Well, shields are really useful in this game. I will play as a hand-to-hand combat, so it's really not that useful for me. And later on, it might take away some damage, but not really enough for making it work. Hello.
No problem.
We'll sneak into this
Got
room
it.
as well. Oh, we got a Twilight. Hello, lady.
Pudu, Tunirama na praka donko searcha chupapanki.
Well, okay, I will take what you got in your bag then. Med pack, some parts, 19 credits. Well, I think there's one extra room here that I really want to break into first.
No problem. Got it.
No, this guy won't have a quest for me. Some of these rooms, there are guys like Dia over there who want me to talk to this holding guy and take away her bounty. And there are some quests like that a bit everywhere. Okay. I think it was the rapid transit. It's when I take up my map here and I can click on these small round symbols. I can travel to them, fast travel there. Let's see what we got here. Something seems to bothering Karth. Maybe you should speak to him, see if you can get him to open up about it. Here I can choose to speak with him and try to get to know him better. I will do that, since I think it will give bonuses later on.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Is this a good time to ask you some more questions?
I guess I did say you could ask me questions later, didn't I? Is this really necessary?
I just would like to know you better. Answer damn questions already. No, we'll go for the second one.
Oh, well, it was an interrogation you wanted. Why didn't you say so?
Excellent. Soon all your secrets will be mine. No, we'll go for the number one. This isn't an interrogation. I never said that.
No, I was just joking. Though you do seem to be full of questions. It's rather refreshing, to be honest. Let me ask you something first, though. I've been going through the battle aboard the Endar Spire over and over in my head since we crashed. Some things just don't add up for me. Maybe you could tell me what happened, from your perspective.
What? Like you said when we first met, Bastila didn't have time to use her powers. Okay. Why ask me? I don't see the point. I wasn't in a position to know what was really going on, really. Like I said, when we first met, Basil didn't have time to use her power. Well, I guess it's the longest, so it's probably the best.
True. Bastila is as powerful as they say. She's the one who defeated Darth Revan, after all. I guess that no Jedi ability, no matter how powerful, makes up for being completely surprised and outmatched. We didn't choose that battle anyway. It got forced on us. Hell, I'm just as surprised that any of us are alive to talk about it. Come to think of it, it's more than a little surprising that you happen to be here, isn't it? I mean, just what is your position with the Republic fleet anyway?
Well, okay, we'll go for the second one. I used to be a smuggler, if you must know. I was recruited into the fleet for my knowledge.
A smuggler? I should have guessed. Isn't it odd, however, that a smuggler who was added to the crew at the last minute just happens to be alive?
What's so odd about me being added to the crew at last?
You were the only one. Not to mention that Basila's party was the one who requested your transfer.
Why would Basila request my
The
transfer?
Jedi requested numerous things when they came on board. Hell, they practically took over the ship, as far as I could tell. Considering your connection to Bastila and the Jedi, whether you know it or not, your presence here seems a little convenient. I'm probably wrong, and this is probably nothing I know. I learned a long time ago not to take things at face value, however, and I hate surprises.
I'm telling you, Karth, I had nothing to do with the crash.
I expect you're right. I've got no real reason to suspect you of anything. Still, it's better to be safe than sorry, right?
You do know we're on the same side, right?
Look, it has nothing to do with you personally. I don't trust anyone, and I have my reasons. And no, I'm not going to discuss them, so can we just keep our mind on more important things?
You haven't heard the last from me on this. Sound like a bad guy in a children's story. You haven't heard the last from me on this. I can study this.
All right. You're pretty damn tenacious. You know that? We'll talk about it, but later. Right now, I just want to get going.
And I will actually end this video here. I will look up how the sound and the visuals work, and I will be starting up a new one later. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.